Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Ranked. Today me and Custa are going to be doing Star Wars, a very sketchy topic. Please don't flame us. But first we're going to start off with our Rank 5 best movies, and then we're going to go into how Overwatch and Star Wars universes would collide together. So let's get right into it.
I'm trying to work out if the Nintendo 64 pod racing game for Star Wars is like my first introduction before any movies, and that's what got me into the movies. Because that game was the was really good.
For me, it was mainly like my dad, and my dad's like a Star Wars fanatic.
Oh, okay.
So I remember like watching as a kid when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah, super young.
Super young. I don't remember which one I watched first, but I do remember watching a lot of them.
I'm gonna go with The Force Awakens. I kind of liked it. It didn't add anything interesting to the universe, right? It was literally just like Death Star 4.0 or something like that. But I think it was cool seeing new characters, seeing everything you come in, and like actually seeing it in the films, like in the theaters. Like I don't think I've ever seen one in the theaters before, so it was like something just like completely different.
I think Attack of the Clones.
You're gonna put Attack of the Clones as fifth?
Yeah, right. I think it's like when I rewatched it, I was like,
that's what happened.
But it was the same. It was just like as a kid, it was like, wow, this is insane.
Yeah, the world's insane. And then you watch it again, you're like, wow, this acting is really bad.
So that was one for me. It was just like kind of boring when I rewatched it.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, just this is weird now.
I think I would put that one as my fourth, actually, like transitioning, because only because of the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Just because I remember like that I was the same. Like that was like the first one that I watched as a kid, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Because they had that scene in the in like the Gladiator arena as well, and I remember watching that. I'm like, this is so sick, and that kind of stuff. And then like when Yoda fights Count Dooku. Dooku. Yeah, I think that was like a pretty sick moment. So I'm gonna have it like unreasonably high.
Yeah.
So
number 4, probably Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. You like that?
Yeah, it was okay.
There was some good moments in there. Like when they're in the lava and he's like, I have the high ground. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, he has the high ground. You can't go for that. But when I watched it back, I was like, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Episode 4, A New Hope. But I think that's just because it's like the first in the series.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think it's like really cool. And like to think that was made in 1977 is like insane.
Yeah.
Like that must have been like when it first came out, must have just been like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. I think I'm gonna do The Force Awakens as number 3.
That's number 3?
Yeah.
All right.
It was the first one for me to watch in the theaters, like with my dad.
Yeah.
And then there was the new characters.
Was your dad like super hyped?
Yeah,
like unreasonably
hyped?
hyped?
I mean, we went to see it like a week before it came out.
Oh,
in,
really?
Like, Brooklyn, in like this crazy theater that was like,
that'd be sick.
So
I think it was like really cool how they did a really good job of like mixing comedy with it, and then like the new robots, like who's the little ball character? What's his name? BB-8. I think BB-8 was great, like, and that kind of stuff. And the scene when they have the air scene, like the first air scene on the ground, I thought that was like that was actually insane. So
yeah, I mean, it was crazy with all the new things that they did in Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
And then they ruined it in The Last Jedi when they had. We're going on a tangent right now. In The Last Jedi, I tuned out of that movie when Princess Leia got blown out of the ship, and then she's like, never mind, I'm coming back. And then she just like flies back into the ship and everything's fine. I'm like, well, they lost all credibility.
I watched that with my sister and we just started laughing. Like we looked at each other, we just started laughing.
I don't know. That one, so I'm hoping they don't mess up Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Moving too fast. All right, I'm gonna go for number 2. I'm gonna go The Phantom Menace, because that was the one that I watched like the most when I was thinking, and I think like Darth Maul was like a sick character.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like, and like the pod racing, and then you have like the kid as like Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought that one was just cool. Like once again,
choice.
It's just nostalgic, I think, to me.
A New Hope would be number 2.
A New Hope,
because I remember watching that one when I was young.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the first ones that I watched with my dad.
Yeah.
And when I was like 15 and I actually remembered things, like I rewatched that one and I liked it a lot because it was like the original Star Wars and it was 1977 and I'm really into like 1900 movies, so it's just like crazy to me that it was that good for such an old movie. So that was nice to rewatch for me. And it was like the start of Star Wars, so it was dope.
Alright, my number 1.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be the only one.
I'm gonna go with Return of the Jedi.
Oh.
What? What
are you talking about?
I like the Return of the Jedi because I think like it's either because I realize I'm at 1 and I haven't done Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, so I'm like, I've messed up my list somewhere along the line. I'm going to do a joint 5 and 6, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I actually think both of them, like, as like a whole story, like embodies why I think Star Wars is like as great as
amazing.
it is. Has like amazing twists, amazing like stories, all that kind of stuff, and like everything's just so cool within those like movies. So that's why I'm gonna give them like a joint number 1 then, because
that's respectable. I think because for me the Empire Strikes Back is like undoubtedly number 1.
Undoubtedly.
It's like there's the best mix of like action, drama, and the politics. And it's like when I think about it, I feel like Star Wars is kind of like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Where it has like the perfect balance between action and politics and drama at the same time. So it's just like I've seen it like 5 times.
Oh really?
I'm not tired of it at all.
Yeah,
and I could probably still rewatch it. So the Empire Strikes Back is definitely my number 1.
I'll probably land on the same thing. Like those I think almost everyone would agree with us. Like those are the best ones out of the lot. So.
Star Wars into Overwatch.
Like I think there's like some obvious ones, like to start with, like Yoda. Yoda goes into the Overwatch universe. His ultimate is like he goes from being an old man to being like a young. You know when he like every now and then in the movies he just starts flipping off walls. Like that's his ultimate.
I think his voice lines would be the best in the game by far.
100%.
I would play Yoda just to spam his voice lines all the time. Like, a healer, we need. Torbjorn, we must swap.
That would be so good.
Wait, the role playing would be so good if there was a Yoda in the game. That would be ridiculous.
That would, that needs to happen at this point.
Boba Fett would be pretty crazy.
Just like slithering around. Like, his ultimate is he like sticks people to walls and they just like get stuck in the wall for like a couple of seconds.
He could be a tank or support. They could do whatever they want.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Hold on, Boba Fett.
Carbonite.
Oh, I was thinking of Jabba the Hutt. Boba Fett is
He's basically far. Like,
the bounty hunter.
The bounty hunter. Okay, my bad. Okay, I was thinking Jabba the Hutt, so I also think he would be funny in the universe.
We need like a Sith.
Do you think Darth Maul would be the best one? But then, like, my problem with Sith is like it's just like Genji, right? In a way.
Yeah. Everyone would want to play him.
Yeah.
Everyone would want to get pocketed.
Is there a better one? Like, can you just put like Vader in the thing, or do you think that's like cheating?
It's too overpowered.
Too overpowered. Just like choke someone out. Mercy's dead.
It's just like Brig. If they have a Vader, you need a Vader.
Yeah, you need a Vader.
It's just like everyone's pocketing the Vaders, so it's just too overpowered.
You could just put the troll pick of like Jar Jar Binks in there as well.
Jar Jar.
Just get Jar Jar running around the Overwatch universe. I would play him. He would be like the next Torbjorn, right?
For
like
sure.
Someone picks him, it's like, no,
like you guys
switch Jar Jar. Come on, man.
You guys are losing already, so you just pick Jar Jar.
Yeah.
And his ultimate could just be like switching sides. Like secretly he just gets hella dark and it's like, what's going on? Jar Jar's too strong.
Alright, so I think it's like pretty simple, like who would be part of which side, right? Because you got the good guys and the evil guys, like as like the Empire and the Rebels and that kind of stuff. So who would be the Jedi? Like which one of the Overwatch heroes are like
would be the Jedi?
The Jedis, and which ones are like the guys that are just sort of like supporting characters?
I mean, Soldier would be a really good Jedi.
I feel like Soldier's more like the Harrison Ford, the Han Solo.
Yeah, the Han Solo.
Of like the storyline.
Because he does it on his own, you know?
Yeah,
he goes out of his way.
He's just chilling, he doesn't care about anything.
Yep.
I think like Sombra would be like a really cool like evil Jedi kind of character.
Of course. It's like the Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
You're not fooling anybody.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Who else do we have?
I feel like Reaper's like the definition of a Sith as well.
A Sith, but he started off as a Jedi.
And as he started, he's literally Darth Vader.
Exactly.
Like, I'm starting to realize that maybe Overwatch took some things from Star Wars. Everything's starting to line up.
I think so. A Star Wars movie with Overwatch characters.
It's pretty simple, right? Like as we said, Overwatch has been covering. You know, we have Tracer as the lost protagonist that hasn't found her power yet. Winston takes Tracer finds her, and then Tracer's real dad is someone.
Reaper.
And then, who's the Kylo Ren of the Overwatch universe?
We need a Kylo Ren.
Who's the guy who's evil but not really evil and just like trying to find their own identity and just won't stop complaining about it? Kinda Hanzo. He's kind of got the facial structure of Kylo Ren as well.
Because Genji's also like a bad guy, so...
No, Genji's a good guy.
Oh. I thought we were gonna make him a bad guy in Star Wars.
No, he's the cool guy that should be a bad guy, but he's actually a good guy, and you're like, yeah, he's
like really strong.
Yeah.
Okay. So Genji's a good guy.
And that's why like it makes the Kylo Ren like storyline better of Hanzo because they're brothers.
I like that.
We can make a movie. This could work. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching our ranked version of Star Wars. Please do like and subscribe, and do leave your comments below about how wrong you think we are, and any cool things that you think about the world. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Which Overwatch hero would be a Sith, and why is it Brigitte? Because she's like overpowered, and it takes like 10 good guys to take them down.
Of course.